Very good afternoon, everyone. I am Chirag Bafna from Modern College of Engineering, Pune. Today, I am going to discuss about IoT-based real-time energy management of virtual power plant by using PLC. Technology is the non-linear tool which is available to humanity, which can affect the fundamental changes in the ground rules of economic competitiveness. Science is a link to the technology throughout the applications. Technology is linked to the economy and environment through manufacturer of knowledge of the products. Economy and environment are linked to the technology which promotes the towards the society. We have to use innovation to generate the high value which add on to the products for becoming a global player. The foundation for this paper is all about the research. The growing interest with the development of renewable sources owing to less environmental pollution, which creates the challenges for the grid operators. Virtual power plant, that is VPP, is a novel concept that will integrate the small distributed energy resources and will act as a single conventional power plant, that is CPP, in the electricity market. As a core energy management system in VPP, the energy should be dispatched optimally for the achieving the maximum profit. Therefore, smart energy management is developed in this paper of VPP with PLC and IoT in a unified market environment that integrates the day ahead, that is DA, and real time RT market. The cost characteristics for the interruptible load battery storage system are modeled individually. The PLC and IoT based automation is proposed for optimal dispatch strategy of VPP. We are going to discuss four different scenarios are considered while designing and different loading condition for validation of the concept of smart energy management. The architecture of the IoT based smart energy management system, that is solar power load manager, is shown in this picture. The supply is given to the loads from solar panels and mains through the programmable logical controller PLC, and two pole two-way selector switches are there. The state of charge, that is SOC, of the battery connected to the solar panel will determine the supply towards the load. If the SOC of the battery is equal or above, then the threshold value up to 70% of the battery voltage, the loads can be supplied from the solar generation, or else the load will be supplied through mains. The whole operation of the system is controlled and monitored by using PLC and SCADA systems. 2TC and 6AC multifunction meters, that is MFM, are used to measure the voltage, current and energy consumption readings. The solar power manager device used for the parameters display such as battery voltage, charging current, voltage and current of the solar panel, inverter power and energy consumption of the load are displayed in the DC and AC multifunction meter. The communication port RS485 is used to collect the parameters from the meters and send them to the controller. The controller will send the signal for further operation of switching on or off the 1 kilowatt solar generation. The data can be monitored from the local computer or by using the IoT. In the IoT-based solar power manager, a total of six number of multifunction meters have been used for the data display. The ACMFM or AC multifunction meters are used for the displaying the voltage, current, power, and energy consumption parameters of the inverter. PLC S71200 is used here as a master control in which TIA, that is totally integrated automation, is used for coding purpose. Total 14 different networks are used for developing the optimal dispatch strategy of VPP in a simplified manner. Initially, the PLC will check for the status of the operation, whether it is in manual or auto condition. If the status in the auto mode, then the PLC will operate according to the logic. This operation is considered in network 9. There are total 10 MFM, of which 6 are ACMFM and 4 are DCMFM. Each multifunction meter, that is MFM, will collect the 30 values of current, voltage, power factor, energy consumption, and it send it to the PLC. The PLC will operate as the logic applied. In Raspberry Pi, Node RED is used for collecting and displaying the data from PLC through the internet. The connection diagram of the load with controller is shown and in the figure. RS-485, also known as TIA-485-A or EIA-485, is a standard defining the electrical characteristics of the drivers and receivers for use in the serial communication systems. The connection of MFM with PLC and Raspberry Pi through RS-485 is shown in the figure. The double pole double through relay is also used for the controlling the contacts. The diagram of the IoT based solar power manager, as we know that this is used for the optimal energy management of the VPP with the PLC. And IoT, the solar power manager consists of 4 DC multifunction meter and 6 AC multifunction meters. Moreover, a changeover switch is also there for changing the operation from manual control to the smart control and vice versa. So the condition or the logic applied to the controller is used to run the appliances according to the task allotted. The whole operation can be supervised and controlled with the adjacent system, and it can be remotely controlled with the computer or mobile itself. So the communication system RS-485 for sending the data from all the meters to the controller is shown and in the figure. Next one is programmable logical control. We have used Semantic S71200 PLC. So the flexible configuration, compact design, and powerful instruction set make the S71200 controller a perfect solution for the varieties of the applications. So the PLC language used for S71200 is a LAD, that is ladder logic, which is a graphical programming language. PLC is used for monitoring and controlling the operation of the smart energy management system for the VPP, and the parameters of the battery, solar generation, inverter, and energy consumption are sensed by the controller, and according to the logic it will operate. So the alteration of the solar power generation will take place according to the signal sent from the CPU of the PLC, and the programming in PLC can be developed by using the ladder logic. As we know that the demand response algorithm is also used. So in this paper the ladder logic is used, and this is the sample image of the ladder logic which is used, and some other images are also there. After the getting the signal from the controller, the logic operation will be executed. The Wi-Fi enabled Raspberry Pi is also used with the PLC for the energy management system. In this scenario, the resource management is developed for the full load condition. 2400 watts is used due to the increment of the demand and the current required to satisfy the load also increases. So in this condition, the total of 3 kilowatt of the solar generation is used to meet the demand. The relay connected across the source strips as indicated by the display in the solar power manager. Depending on the SOC of the battery, the PLC will send the signal to utilize both sources. If the battery SOC is less than the threshold value up to the 80% of the battery voltage, then the load will be supplied from the mains. The deficiency in the generation can be made by the imbalance caused in the RT market or by purchasing the power from the grid when the purchasing cost is low. The profit attained by the VPP in this scenario is shown in the picture. So the first scenario deals with the full load condition of 24 watts, and so a total of 3 kilowatt of solar generation is used here in this scenario. The forecasted generation and actual generation is also shown by the graphical representation, which is based on the marginal price in the day ahead market and grid purchasing selling price of the total profit is calculated for the unified market. So the profit values of the first scenario individually for the direct day ahead market and real time market, and then for the unified market clears that as solar generation is not available for the first 6 hours, so the VPP has the purchase the power from the grid. So the VPP has sold the power to the grid during the peak hours of the daytime. The profit obtained for the first scenario is shown in the figure. The positive value shows the amount of power sold the grid in 24 hours, and negative values indicate amount of power purchased from the grid in 24 hours. It is clear from the figure amount of power sold to the grid is more compared to the amount of power purchased from the grid. The comparison of the profit values for all four scenarios is shown in this table with various microcontrollers. Atomica 32 and ESP8266 both are very smooth in nature. Even when I was in diploma last year, I made the project with these two devices, and it gives the instantaneous value with very smooth operation. So these are microcontrollers are true competitors because each microcontroller gives the better performance. It is clear from the table that the profit obtained is maximum for the first scenario with different four microcontrollers. The highest profit is obtained with the PLC for the first scenario. It can be summarized from the table that the profit obtained by VPP is maximum for the scenario 1. So in this scenario, the maximum available sources have been used for supplying the peak load. So the power sold to the grid is also maximum in this scenario. In other scenarios, load is half or less than generation source is used, and power sold to the grid is less than the first scenario. In third scenario, using the quarter load condition in which profit obtained is less as we are using the least available sources. And the profit obtained for the last fourth scenario is more than the third scenario as the least available sources is used for the fewer amount loads compared to the third scenario. So the profit obtained for each scenario in 24 hours is shown in this table. It indicates that the profit achieved is maximum for the first scenario with minimum profit achieved in the Third scenario, as the least generation is used of peak loading conditions. So the profit values of three scenarios are compared by using the different microcontrollers. Energy management is the real key importance of the VPP as it integrates the various small disaster and emergency responses which is based on their parameters and characteristics. Indeed, as we know that this will create a problem for the grid security as several disaster and emergency response, that is DER, have the different characteristics. So this paper present a PLC and IoT based optimal energy management system for the VPP in the unified electricity market. The amount of power generation by the consumers and the amount of power transaction with grid is explained in this paper with different scenarios. The profit for the unified market and separate market is calculated for all the scenario. The method uses PLC and IoT based automation for the optimal energy management by managing the sources and loads of the VPP. This is the reference for this paper. So, with the deep sense of gratitude, I would like to thank Professor Miss Vaibhavi Kaduskar ma'am for giving me this kind of opportunity. Thank you. Thanks to all.